we're here! Now I know you must be incredibly excited to explore your new island home, but I have one small request. Would you please join us for a short orientation session in the nearby plaza? Our fearless leader himself will be giving a presentation, so I'd hate for you to miss it. Well, we're heading there right now. If you'd like I don't even know how to say that without also breaking the fourth wall. Hello, Kukomi here, and let's talk to you guys first. Diva. And Goose. A chicken. Hello, Kukomi here, and welcome to a brand new series. I, like many of you, are currently stuck inside my house, and day by day has been very interesting, to say the least. So, I thought I'd start a vlog-style series and play some Animal Crossing, because what's more relaxing to do than play Animal Crossing, right? Let's go see their fearless leader, and not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid. Please don't break my kneecaps. Alright, is that everyone? Let's see. Is Diva here? But this isn't Overwatch. How about Goose? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And of course, there's Kukomi. Great, we're all here. I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Nook. Our three adventurers are ready to get started. Yes, very good. Let's see, how shall I begin? Yes, of course. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to your new island. My name is Tom Nook, and I'm the founder and president of Nook Incorporated. Yes. Today is the first day of your new life on this pristine, lovely island. So congratulations! And this is the package deal, As such, Nook Incorporated staff will always be here to support you and ensure your comfort and safety. But, first things first, yes. I'd like each of you to choose a spot on your own. It's the first step to putting down some real roots. I'd like you to dream big. I do have certain connections in construction and real estate, and... but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get started with a simple tent, shall we? Please, collect your tent from Timmy or Tommy, then choose a spot to place it. And so, it's really the start of building an island. I've already put over 90-ish hours into this game, and I deleted my save file, because I kind of wanted to just start over. I did do a short recording of going out and saying goodbye to everyone, and I might show that at a later point. Not the audio, because the audio itself is just bye, I think I remember your name. But if you stop for a second, you can see a mini-map of the island. You can move your house and other residents' houses later, so if you have a specific plan for what your island will look like, don't worry, but at the same time, you will need quite a bit of money should you want to relocate. So the thing is, I actually have a plan for what I want my island to look like this time. But of course, I don't want to do this alone. Part of this is that I want input from you guys on what to do. I already have a plan in mind for where I want to go with this island, so not everything will be decided by you guys. I have an idea of how I want to set up some stuff, but, there will be some things where I'll ask for your guys' input. But as for right now, I did this last time I played, but I like to put my house right here by the edge of the mouth of the river to the shore. So, build our tent here, and we have to go just a little bit more. I'm sorry, tree. You're gonna have to go bye-bye. This is the spot. You can imagine if you want to see what your tent would look like. I set up my tent. That's a first big step. And let's pick up some stuff while we're here. I can't. Curses! I can't interact with anything yet. No, I can't pick up these apples. Funny, my old file had apples as the native fruit. I don't know if it's randomized or if it's determined by console. As you can see, these other villagers, they'll pick a spot on their own, but you can pick their own spot for them if you want. But first, let's report back to Tom Nook. You have found a suitable spot for your tent, You're the first one back, so I suppose the others must still be searching for just the right location. Since you're already done some scouting, the others may appreciate your assistance. Yes. So eventually, I do want the residents of the island to be sort of more in the left corner, bottom left corner of the map, and make that sort of a residential district. But I also want to do some, let's say, landscaping there. For those of you who do not know about a feature that comes later in this game, I'll leave that as more of a surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if you knew about it already, though. And based on that description, you guys probably know what I'm specifically... Those of you who are familiar with this game probably know what I'm talking about. Ooh. I actually picked this map specifically of the randomized maps because you can see in the top right, there's like almost a heart. I won't be able to get to that immediately, but it's nice, it's cute. I wanted to get that. Ooh. What I might do for now is set up some resident tents just along the bottom line. So, let's talk to you. I already said your name. You are Goose. Yo, I'm Goose. Those eyebrows, though. You're Kukomi, right? Nice to meet you. You already set up your tent, eh? I'm trying to find the perfect spot. I'll be doing some serious cardio, so it's gotta have lots of fresh air. I think this spot will do the trick, but I don't know. What do you think, Kukomi? I think I'll find the spot. You'll help me find a sweet spot to put this tent? Seriously? Wow, we just met and you're already doing heavy lifting in our friendship, Kukomi. Okay then, can't wait to see the epic spot you there. But... I was thinking over here for now. Because like I said, I do want everyone eventually over here, but I do want to do some landscaping and it'll save me time on moving houses later. I'll probably set up some houses over here, just not a bunch. So yeah, I guess in the bottom right for now. And who knows, maybe I will deviate from my original plan and stick with the new one I like. I recommend not getting rid of too many trees. If the tent is covering a tree, the tree will be gone, and it's kind of nice to keep some of the trees. I'd say this is the spot. I don't need to imagine it. Let's get rid of those reeds there, though. Oh, it still got rid of the tree. I'm sorry, tree. I promise I'll replant you. And let's go talk to Diva. Where are you? I never had either of these villages before, but I've seen Goose be a starting villager for other people. I'm Diva. I gotta tell you, I'm excited to do this whole island thing, you know. I've already found a good spot, huh? Just trying to feel for the best spot. But I was having trouble because every spot feels like the best spot. I think I'll find you a spot. You're gonna pick out a perfect spot for me? Yes, because that says a lot about my character that I would willingly say your spot is stupid. And I will pick a spot for you. Let's get a better look at Diva. Oh. You have quite the gorgeous eyes, Diva. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Quite the gorgeous eyes. And we'll give them a little space. I won't put her right next to Goose. So how about... It looks like I'm going to have to get rid of a tree no matter what. So, you know, fine. You get to go next to Goose. We'll leave, like, a small amount of space. And by small amount of space, I mean barely any. Actually, I kind of want it... more like this? Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't mean to hit Let Me Imagine, but I guess this is a good time to show this feature. Yeah, I'd say this is fine. Looks like everyone has a spot picked out for their tents now. I need to get back to the plaza. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all found just the right spots to set up your new homes. Of course, you can sleep on it for a while, Really get a feel for how it suits you. And with that taken care of, we can move on to more serious business. Like throwing an island warming party! We'll have it right here in the plaza with a roaring campfire. We'll just need a few supplies to get started, yes? Since we'll all be living here together, this will be a good test of our teamwork. Let's see. Timmy, Diva, Tommy, and Goose can set up things here in the plaza. Meanwhile, Kukomi and I will work on gathering firewood and perhaps a little snack. Alright everyone, let's get to it. Kukomi, would you come see me for a moment? Ah, Kukomi, I just wanted to go over what we'll need for the campfire. I think roughly 10 tree branches should do the trick. You can find them scattered about the island. Yeah, I like how Goose is swiping the campsite with the broom. I'll investigate the apple-like items growing in trees. I suspect they're real apples! I mean, I do get that you could see a fruit and you can mistake it for another fruit. But still, that line gets me. I'd appreciate if you hold on to any weeds you pull up while you're gathering branches. In near future, we'll want to buy them from you. Actually, I'm going to pull an interesting trick. I'm about to pull what's called a pro gamer move, but I actually need a second. Alright, I'm back, and what's so different now? Well, you see, in order to pick up this stuff, you need to press Y. But pressing Y over and over can be annoying, especially if you want to start weeding out the weeds. So, I simply got my other controller, and turbo button! I literally, according to the game right now, I am just mashing the Y button, frame perfect. And it basically makes me a weed picking machine. I literally just walk to these weeds. They fear me. They won't make my island any weedier than it already is. Okay, so I do have to mention this really quick. I actually kind of like how the weeds look with the island. Like, I do think, at least for, like, the residential and shopping areas, yeah, I'll de-weed the area, but, like, for other parts of the island, I kind of like having weeds, because it gives it more of a wild look, and I really like that. I don't want to make this a super urban island. I'll probably go more into what I want my island to be, but I don't want to do that immediately. I don't want to overload with information, and I think it's fun to keep some stuff as we go along. I already have a name picked out for this island, and it's a special name. But we'll get to that when we get to actually naming the island. If you want to see your items, press X, and you can see why 53 weeds, 10 tree branches, 3 apples? Question mark? I never noticed. Wow. Oh, and you can eat them later. Spoiler alert, I guess, but they are apples. It's not anything. It's not like secretly bananas or something. So I'm just going to be running around grabbing weeds. I think the first time I played this, I literally just spent half an hour getting all the weeds. And yeah, that would take similar time here but thanks to the fact that I don't even need to press the Y button, my controller just does it for me. I can just run around and grab them. So obviously this is a cheated run. I won't be doing things like time traveling and stuff on that topic. Though not to say, I'll get into the topic of time traveling in Animal Crossing later, but just to let you guys know, I'm personally not going to be time traveling. I'm not going to be doing everything I can immediately. I just want to take this nice and slow and have fun. That's the goal. And I hope that I'm going to try and make this a daily thing, where I upload this in the morning and talk about various things. You know, I'm not just going to restrict this to just Animal Crossing. I'll talk about whatever's on my mind, whatever's going on. I'll try and keep discussion about what's been going on in the world to a minimum. But, well, funny enough, I don't know if I'm going to name the video this or not. You will see by the time I post this video. But I was thinking about calling this series Q Vlogs, because, quarantine. And keep up the daily uploads for a while we're all in quarantine. I know there are some places that are getting out probably within the next week or two of me posting this. I'm probably going to be in quarantine I suspect through the end of May. My state is saying, like, oh, we should be out in, like, 2 weeks, but I think based on statistics and the U.S. government finally releasing its criteria for beginning to move out of quarantine, it's going to be more like another month before I'm out. I will be uploading this the day after I record it, so Day 1 is April 19th, though this will be uploaded April 20th. Normally, I like to have my series as a bit more timeless, so not to talk about too much about what's going on currently, because it dates the video. But for what's been going on in the world, I am willing to make an exception for this. We have 10 sticks to make a glorious campfire, so let's go talk to our fearless leader. Well, I have to say, with the way his hands are darkened, and I thought for a moment that he was wearing an armband, I'm like, oh my god. We're going there, aren't we? Yes, that should be plenty for our campfire. You made quick work of that. I'm quite glad I'll be sharing this desolate island with such a hard worker, oh ho! And speaking of surviving on a desolate island, our next task is to round up something to snack on. While you were collecting branches, I was evaluating the fruit that seems to be abundant here. They look like apples, they smell like apples, they even taste like apples. In fact, they're 100%, without a doubt, genuine apples. So, will you collect 6 of them for me? Now, I'm sure you don't need much guidance here, but just in case. If you see a tree with growing apples, you can press A to shake it. Then just pick up the fruit. I'm sure you'll have plenty of apples for us in no time. Oh, I only got 1 apple tree. I thought I got 2. And be careful shaking trees that don't have fruit in them. He'll ask you to grab 6 of whatever fruit is on here. It can be apples, peaches, pears, oranges, cherries. I think that's it. Apple, peach, pear, cherry, orange. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I think that's it. There is another type of fruit, but it can't be your native fruit. We'll see it later. Well, I knew you were the right one for the job. Thank you once again. I'll go ahead and take those apples off your hands and get started on preparations. Quite the bonfire. Yes, if only it was on fire. Is that everything? Yes, I believe it is. Let's get started with the festivities. At last, allow me to properly welcome you to your new island. I have participated in many ventures and endeavors over the years, but this may be the most exciting. Helping develop a thriving new community entirely from scratch will truly be my business acumen. And perhaps my skills as an outdoorsman. Now, we may not have the kind of numbers that I originally envisioned, but that just means we'll have to rise to the challenge. And I've no doubt that, with hard work and perseverance, we'll shape this deserted island into... I suppose we can't call this a deserted island anymore, but what should we call it? I sense a great opportunity. As the first residents of this island, we should be the ones to name it. And in the spirit of democracy, we should put it to a vote. Majority rules, So, take a little time to think, and when everyone is ready, I'll present your ideas. Alright, I actually had it switch the symbol to put the music note at the end of my name. But this name was inspired by a video game that I've only played like a few hours of, never really played that much of it, but I watched a full Let's Play of it. But I'm not naming it as a reference to the game or the world it takes place in. Rather, I'm naming the island after this because of what the name itself means. A symphony is when a bunch of instruments come together for a musical number. It's not one instrument. It's not all the same instruments. It's a bunch of different types of instruments. There's a sort of harmony and all these different things coming together. And I think that's a way to sort of represent what our island will be. It'll be a bunch of different villagers and all coming together with nature to make a beautiful island. That is my vision for this island, and that is why I'm choosing the name Symphonia. Also, your island can only be 10 letters long, and it doesn't automatically put island at the end of it, but it does in Japanese for some reason. So it won't be Symphonia Island, it'll simply be Symphonia. Alright, is everyone ready? Let's try saying our ideas all at the same time. Ready? Go! Symphonia! What splendid variety. Yes, yes. Each one a potential gem. I don't know. Isla de Muscle, Roxville, and I didn't quite catch the other two, but I'm going to guess one of them relates to money or bells, and I think the other one was like raccoon thing. I caught a glimpse of it. Kukomi seems to have the enthusiasm and the naming sensibilities. Let's start there. So, Kukomi suggested Symphonia. Wow, that's an overwhelmingly positive response. Each and every one of you clapped. I suppose if everyone is in agreement, we could just go with Symphonia. The rest of your guys' island names suck anyways. Splendid, then from now on, this island will be known as Symphonia. Well, Kukomi, since you've proven yourself by naming Symphonia, I'd like to rely on you for other critical decisions we'll need to make on this island. Yes, yes, I hereby name you the resident representative of Symphonia. Kukomi, could you please say a word or two as the new spokesperson for your neighbors? I mean, he asked me to say a word or two. So, we've settled on a name for our island. We've selected our resident representative. It's been a big day, but it's gotten rather late. So let's have a toast. Everyone have a beverage in hand. It's fresh juice made from apples, our new resident representative harvested on this very island. Then, without further ado, a toast to Symphonia and the happiness of its residents. Cheers! Just to let you know, it's apple juice, right? You know, you've had apple juice. If you have oranges, it'll be orange juice. If you have pears, it'll be pear juice. If you have cherries, it'll be cherry juice. And if you have peaches, it'll be peach juice. I cannot say I've met people who drink cherry and peach juice for fun. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Or pear juice. I've certainly had apple juice and orange juice before, and I'm sure I'm sure peach juice, pear juice, and cherry juice is sold. I don't know how popular or how common it is, but I have not seen it before. And the thought of juicing peaches or juicing cherries to drink as a beverage. But that might just be me. Also, I love how Goose is bopping the tambourine. I guess you could say it's the start of the symphony we're going to create here. What do you have to say, Nook? Kukomi, having a good time, yes? I know this is all a bit much, so if you feel like taking a short nap in your tent, by all means, go ahead. We'll keep the fire burning. Maybe I'll go do that. Sounds good to me, but first you'll probably want this. It's your very own camping cot. You'll want to set it up in your tent before you lie down. Oh, and there are a few packages waiting in your tent as well, Just a few items that might be useful. To open packages and use things inside, press A. Yes, and when you're ready, you can move. We've got another big day ahead of us tomorrow, so rest up as much as you can tonight. Yes, yes, that's all from me for now. Sweet dreams, Kukomi. I like this opening a lot. You got a little community. It's nice. The two starting villagers you get, you'll always have one male, one female. And Animal Crossing divides the villagers into personality types. 3 male personality types and 3 female personality types. The male villager and female villager, your starting male and female villager on this island will always be of the same personality type every time. Well, I guess the best way to put it is, I didn't want to get too much into detail, but the male personality type for this guy is Jock. Yeah, Jock, a personality type. Your starting male villager will always be a Jock. I believe this one is Sisterly, or as I've also seen referred to as Uchi. But, and I think that's just the Animal Crossing wiki that does that. But this person the female villager will always be Sisterly. With that, let's head back to our tent. It was a good first day, wasn't it? We can see we have 2 packages in here. And when we open them up, we have a radio and a lamp. And I think I'll put my camping cot right here. Oh, hey, that's a new design. I just had a red camping cot last time. Interesting. I didn't know they could actually vary in design. So, with that, let's rest for just a little bit. See you guys tomorrow. So, looks like you've decided to make your own way in the world. Get out there, explore new frontiers. That's all the way, right, Daddy-O? You don't need to live by anyone's rules but your own. The world was made for exploring, you know? Living free, being out there, it's a great feeling. Yeah, but take it from a cat who's been on the road. Being by your lonesome can grind on the soul. You've got to make friends along the way. Rambling this crazy world is Squaresville without some pals. Yeah, man. Friends are where it's at. Speaking of rambling, I'm doing a bit of that myself. My bad. Maybe it's about time for you to wake up to your new life. Oh, but listen up. That rap I just gave you about friends, it's pretty key. You'll dig this island life a whole lot more if you share it with some friends, if that's your scene. Yeah, an island paradise with your best pal sounds pretty groovy to me. Cool. When you wake up, you'll be in sync with real time. Dig that island life, and I'll catch you later. Did you really think I was ending the first day there? Kukomi, are you in there? I hope I haven't awoken you abruptly. But I do wish to discuss something with you. Yes! I'll be here when you're ready. We can't run from him, guys. I'm about to introduce to you what Tom Nook is known for. There you are. I think I was giving him KK's voice for a second. There you are. I hope you had a pleasant nap. Or, well, I suppose it was a bit more than a nap, wasn't it? It's a brand new day. Precisely 5:31 p.m. Who the hell sleeps to 5:31 p.m.? I mean, I've actually slept to 7 p.m. once from the previous night. I don't recommend it. Getting up earlier in the day is actually pretty cool, you know? Life is, as KK would put it, life's like Squaresville if you just wake up late every day. But today, funny enough, I've actually had trouble sleeping the past few days, and last night was the first night I've just gotten a full night's rest. I think I slept for like 8 to 12 hours. Like, I woke up a few times in between, but other than that, I got so much sleep, and wow, I needed that. It was so nice. Oh, yes, it's quite normal to be worn out from such a long trip and a major life event. Speaking of which, I have a few more things that you might find useful as you adjust to your life in our little paradise. First, you'll need one of these, yes? Yes, when becoming one with nature, we get a cell phone. It's your very own Nook phone. I had these made especially for island residents. Oh boy, I can't wait to stay inside my house all day and stay on my phone instead of going exploring the great outdoors. I wanted to make sure it's working, right? So could you try turning it on for me, Good. Looks like you're getting good reception as well. Okay, feel free to put it away now. Say, Kukomi, have you ever used a smartphone before? I have one of my own. Very good. Then this should be a breeze for you. In fact, I think you'll find it much more useful than the phone you already have. I don't know, man. Can I pull up cat videos on that thing? I mean, I can pull up videos of cats, of dogs, of owls. You know, you should go check out owl gifs. They're pretty hilarious. I recommend the subreddit Superb Owl, also spelled Super Bowl. It's your itemized bill. So, this includes everything. Airfare, accommodations, labor, tax, and, of course, your Nook phone. See, it was just a ploy to get more money out of us. Tom Nook is beginning to show his true colors, bringing your grand total to the modest sum of 49,800 bells. Bells? Oh, good one, Kukomi. Wait, you're being serious? Yes, of course. I can't believe I didn't think of this. Well, bells are a currency that can be exchanged for goods or services here on Symphonia. But there's still the problem that you don't actually have any. Yes, of course. I guess that means you're in debt to me now, aren't you? Well, no need to worry. I was prepared for exactly this type of tricky situation. I'm scared. For the getaway package, you can pay your fee with miles instead of the standard bells. I call this extremely helpful service the Nook Mileage Program. Well, it's quite extraordinary if I do say so myself. With the Nook Mileage Program, you can earn miles by simply living your life here on Symphonia. I dare say the more you enjoy your island life, the more Nook miles you can earn. And you can use them to pay back your move-in fees, and much more. So the bottom line is, you need 49,800 bells to pay your move-in fees, but with this new service, would you believe it? It only comes to 5,000 miles. I'll just go ahead and register so you can pay in miles. Yes, but there are more details available within your Nook phone. Just open the Nook Miles app, and you'll see that you've earned some miles just for traveling to the island and joining the program. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get back to a few other matters. But let me heartily congratulate you once again on your arrival. I'm so happy to have you as a resident of Symphonia and a client of Nook Incorporated. My new life is underway. I can do whatever I want. Woohoo! But not without being in crippling debt to a raccoon. So yes, from now on, our game will be matched in the time according to my Nintendo Switch. Whenever we have a notification to get, our phone icon will come up in the left corner and we can pull it up. But first, let's see the mail. From Nintendo. Thank you for downloading the update. We'd like to give you a present. Yes, this game was updated. I'm not playing this on release. Congratulations to moving. And they give us a gift. And what gift would... I didn't mean to favorite that. What gift would Nintendo give us for moving to an island? That's not it, actually. A Nintendo Switch! Yeah, they give you a Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, we have a do-it-yourself recipe, but we can't learn it quite now, can we? So, basically, this camera literally lets you just take pictures of stuff. So, you can move the camera around, you can move around during it, but anything you want to, like, hold, you have to equip before you open the camera. Nook Miles. This is basically an achievement system, and it gives you points. So, we get some for just starting the game, and it gives us 500. We can also get stuff for catching fish, collecting bugs, talking to your neighbors, stuff for picking fruits, for planting flowers, for selling seashells, taking pictures, other stuff. Custom designs, which I am not an artist, so I won't be taking full advantage of this, but basically you can make your own designs and use it as floor tiles, as clothing. So like if I wanted to wear this shirt, I could wear it like this. Pretty cool. A map which shows a map of the island. You can also change whether the mini-map shows when you're walking around or not. It shows each resident's house, but not where they currently are. And oh god, Diva's just like staring at us, like staring into my soul. And any buildings or services can be also seen through here. So the airport and what is essentially the town center of this game. Passport is what you'll be shown to different, well, will be shown to different people. This is basically like your ID card. You can see it has your island name, your native fruits, a title, your name, and then your birthday along with your astrological sign. And you can even add a comment, such as, "Look, Ma, my own passport." But actually, I'm not going to make my passport "Hi, Mom." So you can also edit your title. You will gain more as you actually go get achievements. So I'll change this a bit later, but a bit later. You just have some very basic ones here. So we'll be our very first animal. Yeah, I don't really have anything, but you can get some really interesting ones later. And also, let's switch back to our shirt. You're gonna get a lot of Nook Miles early on from just doing basic things for the first time. Let's see, edit credit. And we even get, you can see you get more title keywords for doing stuff. No! Oh, we can't do anything about that yet. One day, I will get you. I will take down your kind. Slowly. Ugh. For anyone who's played this game around Easter, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And so, we're just sort of free to do whatever. But, okay, so I've seen a lot of people say that also stones. These are also materials that we'll want to keep. I always like to keep my materials on the bottom row of my inventory. So one thing I do have to say is that I really like, personally, always having a goal to work towards. And Animal Crossing is actually kind of the game both for that and not for that. Because you're supposed to just enjoy life. Go around, talk to people, see what's down. You're not supposed to binge play for hours a day. Just play a little bit every day. But I have a goal of what I want this island to somewhat look like, and that's what I'm going to start working towards as we play. What's going on, Goose? Ugh, I can't catch anything. Well, maybe if you put your fishing rod actually by the fish. Let's go see Nook, because we don't really have anything to do right now except talk to our residents. And when you're first playing this game, you're going to basically want to talk to Nook a lot. Ah, Kukomi, welcome, welcome. As you can see, it's quite cozy in here. It's funny how cozy doesn't always mean comfortable, Let me know if you need advice on how to spend your time on this island. Or anything else. If you need some advice about basic island materials, you should talk to Timmy. He can help you procure some of the essentials for thriving in our little paradise. And if you want to earn some bells, he has a rather generous policy of purchasing just about anything. Not strictly advisable from a business perspective, but quite generous. Yes, yes. Oh, one more important thing. I'm offering a free DIY workshop that can help you really build out your island experience. I think it would be quite useful, so I do hope you take me up on it, If we go check this ATM-looking machine in the back corner, oh, how could I forget, I should give you a brief explanation about that terminal. That is our Nook Stop. It's a terminal for services that will further enhance your island life. At the moment, you can use two services, Kukomi. The first is Nook Shopping. It's a catalog shopping service for items that can be hard to find on an island. Second, this terminal serves as an automatic bell dispenser, or ABD, for the Bank of Nook. We're also working on a service by which you'll be able to redeem Nook Miles for various things. Please take advantage of these wonderful services. Quite beneficial indeed, yes, yes. And once per day, you'll get a bonus, and that bonus will go up for the first 7 days and stay at the same thing. We go to Nook Shopping, and this changes daily. I recommend grinding out some money and buying some stuff. You have some clothes, so you can start wearing different things. You can get a hat, some glasses, a garbage can. And this, it looks just like a picture, and that's what I thought it was at first as well, but note that music symbol in the left. This item has another use we will see later on. We have this bin over here. This is essentially a recycle box. I was about to say it's like a recycle bin. But basically, every day, islanders will be like, I don't want this cardboard box. So, you can just take it for yourself. You don't have to take it, and it'll be cycled out eventually. But we have our own cardboard box now. We talked to Timmy. And he mentions about buying and selling stuff. So, I thought, oh, this is the only two things you can get right now. Press R. Fishing rod, flimsy net, watering can, and oh, we can't get a slingshot right now. Oh my god, we have wind flowers on this island, yes! Okay, I'll talk about that later. But you can see a bunch of things here. All of these are great items. And the nice thing about this is that Timmy will be open 24 hours. For now, he will change that a bit later, which gets a tad annoying. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I actually meant to... I kind of want to buy some of this stuff. I want the campfire, which means I'm going to have to grind out some bells. And, well, this is almost where we start the system. Generally, you want to pick up stuff and just sell it. And that is what you would do in any traditional Animal Crossing game. I just recommend selling a clump of weeds. I'd recommend holding on to some of them. Though, even if you pick up all the weeds on your island, there's still a way to get more. And now I could buy the fishing net, or the fishing rod, and use it to fish. Or I could buy the net and use it to catch bugs. I could buy the slingshot and get those pesky balloons. Oh, also I realized I missed an achievement. We'll get to that in a second. So, let's see. Normally I'll be talking about different topics, just random topics as this goes on, but this first episode is probably just going to be more explaining the basics, because I like to explain stuff. I know, funny enough, I told myself going into this, oh, this isn't really going to be an explanation-heavy thing, and then here we are. Also, I do need to cut the video really quick. Okay, so you can just go around, sell some stuff, and start buying from Timmy, but let's take up Nook on that DIY shop we've heard about. About that workshop. Yes, the DIY workshop. Each participant will make and keep their own tools and receive a set of DIY recipes. I think it will be quite useful for island life, So, shall I put you down for the next available session? I'd love to. And for those of you who do not know, DIY is an acronym that it's not just a thing made up for Animal Crossing. This is very much a thing in real life that stands for Do It Yourself. Yes, that's the island spirit. I happen to be free right this very moment, so let's get started. Not wait for anyone else to try and participate in this workshop. Welcome to my DIY workshop. Oh, I suppose workshop is overselling it a bit, When you see how simple it is to DIY or do it yourself, you'll understand what I mean. The basic idea is to gather materials, follow a recipe, and then craft using a workbench like this one. So today we'll be constructing a fishing rod using common materials that you can find anywhere, yes? For this particular recipe, we require a mere 5 tree branches. It is admittedly a little flimsy. Now then, come see me once you've collected the materials, So you would go around the island and collect 5 tree branches. We already have 5. Ah, Kukomi, found the necessary materials, Well then let's get started on crafting that fishing rod, yes. To begin, just select a project from the workbench and get started. Go ahead, give it a try. So we go to the workbench. We see we have a recipe for a flimsy fishing rod, and we craft it. I made a flimsy fishing rod. Yes, that was perfect. As you can see, crafting is quite simple, provided you have the correct recipes, Yeah, there's no mini-game involved or anything, thank God. Oh, there's just one last thing. I have a few common DIY recipes for you. Free of charge, naturally. No, that's how he lures you in. I'll just need to send them to your Nook phone. Would you mind opening it up? Yes, and we can store these recipes on the Nook phone. Alright, they'll be auto-stored there. So if you don't want... Normally you have to go to a workbench in order to craft stuff. And you still do. You can't craft from your phone. But if you want to check to see if you have enough material for your specific recipe, you can just pull out your Nook phone and pull up the DIY recipe list. It will break after a bit. You know, people say this is the Breath of the Wild of Animal Crossing, and they meant that. They really did mean that. I am no master angler, but perhaps I can give you a few tips. Yes, you should aim in front of the shadow of a fish when you cast your line. That's what I was making fun of Goose for earlier. I would love to see anything you catch. That's a little hint on what we can do next. So if you're never not sure what to do in the beginning of the game, talk to Nook and ask, what should I do? And about my moving fees, he will just repeat, oh, go get 5,000 miles. Well, this island is a diverse habitat for many interesting creatures, you know. Other than us, ho ho. Yes, yes. You can catch all kinds of insects and fish if you practice with your net and fishing rod. I'd be most curious to see any creatures you do catch, By all means, bring them to me. We pull up our phone, and we see we have a recipe for a net as well, and a campfire. And we got... So there are multiple ways to get new recipes. You can get them from people, you can buy some from Tommy, or god dang it, Timmy. I keep getting their names mixed up. And we can get them as gifts. We got one from Nintendo. You can also get them from those flying presents. I don't believe we can actually have access to the materials to make... Yeah, we're not going to have access to this stuff for a short while. So... Instead, what we want to do is, well, head out and just start collecting stuff again. This is sort of the essential feedback loop of this game. Craft stuff, use it to catch more stuff, and craft more stuff from there. If you want to quick equip an item, it's left or right on the D-pad, and if you want to put it away, down. Up will do something else eventually. You can also go into here and put it away or hold it yourself. And going left to right will go in the order of things are in its inventory, left to right, top to bottom. You can see there are plenty of butterflies out. If you want to go to fish, you'll either have to go to a river or go to the ocean. If you want to catch fish that specifically make money and sell, go to the ocean. They tend to be more expensive than river fish. The fish do actually change depending on where you catch them, and even what time of day and season. There are some fish that are always very common. Oh boy. Some that are very, very common. Let's talk to you, Diva. We haven't talked to you yet. Well, today. I'm putting that in air quotes. Yo, Kukomi, I'm getting a real good vibe from that tent plot you picked for me. Thanks for the hand. We've got to look out for each other here. If you ever need anything, don't be shy, you know? Oh yeah, I was thinking about how to thank you, and I came up with a recipe for a leaf umbrella. Alright, so the first thing I thought when I got here was, now that's a lot of weeds. I mean, you and me both, sister. That's kind of where I got the idea. It's a DIY project that uses weeds. Think about it. Weeds are the most abundant natural resource we have. There's just something about that quote. No, it's not water or anything. No, it's weeds. May as well use them, you know? We'll look at our thing in a second. So yes, the reason you get them as little cards, and it doesn't just go straight to your phone, is that you can give these to friends. Because later, it won't really happen early on, but later on you can get recipes for stuff you already have. And if you don't want them, you can give them to a friend. Like KK Slider said, this game is just a lot more fun with friends when you have people to share it with. And that's partially why I'm doing this series in the first place. I've had fun with my original island, but I really want to share this with you guys. You get miles for talking to all of your animal villagers, so Tom Nook does not count, every day. Oh, and if you're ever curious if there's any more stuff you missed, press down on the R stick and it'll always take you to the next one that you need to claim. There's no limit on when to claim them, you just have to claim them at some point. So if there was, say, one more down there that I need to claim, and I press down on the the right stick, it'll take me to it. So, let's catch a fish. There was a fish here. It's gone now. I do recommend starting to pick up seashells as well, because there are Nook Miles to be gained from collecting seashells. Or, not collecting, but selling seashells, funny enough. The reason I mentioned you don't want to sell all your weeds is exactly for this leaf umbrella. It only takes 15, so I have more than enough. But when I first got that recipe, yeah, you see, because I ran along the shoreline, you want to walk. When I first got that recipe, when I first played this game, I didn't actually, I already sold all my weeds by that point. So a few tips for fishing is that, well, one, you need to get the fish to pay attention to it. Come on, fish. God dang it. Yes, the quintessential Animal Crossing experience. Trying to get a fish to pay attention to your fishing rod. Casting it out over and over. Ugh. It'll go like, and sort of bop a bobber, and then, oh, I was too slow. Okay, so I'm actually going to switch controllers again really quick, so, the reason I say that is because should you be playing with your Joy-Cons or a Switch Pro controller and not a dirty cheating controller with the turbo button, you can, in fact, you will have a rumble, sort of, that also tells you. And you can literally just close your eyes and use both the audio cue and the rumble to tell when to pick a fish. So you'll hear the ploop, and it'll rumble more in your hand. And there are some fish that have very generous timing, especially the most common ones, such as black bass. But there's also some... Curse you, balloon! I will get you one day. One day. So now that we're done with that, we're going to flex on Goose and catch this fish that he's been trying to get. I do have to say, I am like a fishing, not a master, but I've fished a lot in my old file of New Horizons. I'm just going to continue talking about that file, aren't I? I gotta move on at some point. We can sell some fish, or we can present them to Nook, especially if we have duplicates. Because I don't think he's going to want to see the same fish twice. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Let's get this really tiny fish. Come on. Come on. And we got a butterfly fish. So, pro tip, if you see, when your character first catches a fish, and they say yes, that means it's a brand new fish you've never caught before. So, the first time I caught a butterfly fish, it goes, yes, I caught a butterfly fish. Try saying that one 10 times fast. If I catch another butterfly fish, it'll say, I caught a butterfly fish. It won't say, yes, I caught a butterfly fish. That is a very good tip to know. There, later on in our phone, again, I guess spoiler alert, we will get something called the Critterpedia, which will allow us to see all the fish we have caught. Ugh, this achievement. So, cast your line carefully. If you want to reel in this reward, you'll need to nab a bunch of fish in a row without a single one getting away. That wasn't me. Definitely did not, hit a drawer or something. You'll need to... So basically, this is an achievement for getting 10 fishes in a row. And that doesn't sound so bad, right? Well, you notice how there's sort of 2 dots. Basically, for any of these... if there's only one thing to gain from it, then there will only be 1 dot. But if there's multiple things to get, such as getting 10 fish... 20, it'll be like 25 or 50, and it'll keep going up in number for the same achievement. So you can get the same achievement multiple times, but it gets harder each time. Castmaster, 10 for the first one, 50 times for the second one, 100 times in a row without messing up once for the final one. Yeah, I was counting, keeping track, and I managed to get to 90 before I broke my streak. And that is just devastating when you get to like 80 to 90 catches and then you just slip up once. You know, you have like butterfinger hand, or you're just a little too trigger happy, and you just miss it once, and it's so annoying. Funny thing is, though, actually, that if the fish notices it, but doesn't actually bop the bobber at all, you don't hear the ploop, or the light ploops, and yes, a horse mackerel, but you wheel in the bobber and the fish goes away, that does not break your streak. It has to specifically try to eat the bobber first. And, like, so I don't mean... So basically, it only starts to count as an actual catch once the fish comes into contact with the bobber. If it's coming towards it and you pull the rod away, then it doesn't count. A bird on the bulletin board means there is an unread announcement. And you can see they will always be in chronological order. So we'll use this board to post in bits, to post important notices and other useful bits of information for everyone. Yes, yes. You can tell who also wrote these sometimes. Well, it says in the bottom right. Okay, it says here. Island residents and visitors alike should feel free to use the bulletin board to communicate with each other, celebrate special events, and so on. And we even get a Nook Mile achievement for writing something. Or just drawing something. So you can just draw like a smiley face or something. Art. There we go. Beautiful. Work of art. It's like hanging your masterpiece on your fridge, right? But we've collected some more stuff. I want to collect one more tree bench because I think that's what we need. Where is it? Definitely want to collect some more weeds to sell. I will be playing a bit off-screen just to grind out some stuff, but I won't be doing like major progress or stuff. Anything I'll be doing off-screen will just be grinding out. I don't want to grind out fish and bugs early on though, because I want to show the unique ones we can catch right now. So we'll end this episode, it's been going on for quite some time, by catching some butterflies that we see around. Because why not? Bugs and fish can also change by time of day. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, especially time of day. There is a special bug that comes out at 7 p.m. that we won't get to see this time. Actually I didn't mean to talk to you. I wanted to go to this and craft something using Tom Nook's workbench. And let's craft a flimsy net. If you hold A, the animation will go faster while you're already working. That is really useful for when you're crafting in bulk, because there is no way to craft multiple items at the same time. In order to craft stuff, you must craft each of them individually. I do not want to sell these unique fish, and we'll show them to Tom Nook later, because I don't want to get into too much right now. I want to sell. Oh, wait. I'll get some more weeds for a leaf umbrella in a minute. Yeah, you can see we can start to make some nice cash. And because we are here, what's for sale? Hit me up, Timmy. Let's get a slingshot. And I want to buy some orange windflowers, because I think windflowers are the prettiest looking flowers in this game, personally. I recommend always having a bag of medicine on you. Oh, I don't have enough money. Right, I'm not used to this early in the game not having enough money. What's for sale? I want to buy these two, so I'm going to grind up some money and buy them off screen. I didn't mean to hit B, and it's really annoying that you have to go through this menu every time, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I recommend always having some medicine on you. And we will get this DIY for beginners. which will just give us a bunch of DIY projects. And you'll just send it straight to her phone. This packet of recipes will always just be sent straight to your phone. It won't be something you can give to others. Though Timmy will always be carrying DIY beginners. And I think he had a recipe for something else. I actually should check to see what that was. We got some more Nook Miles achievements, including Have a Nice DIY, which we get for making stuff in DIY. For number of recipes, sorry. There is one for actually making stuff, for making tools. First time buyer. Bell ringer, based on how much we spend. Oh, I thought that was one we got for a second. And if we open our DIY recipes, we can see we now have an ocarina, which requires clay, which we can't get yet, unfortunately. These, which require softwood, which we cannot get. But we can make a stone stool. We can't get iron nuggets, unfortunately. And we even have something else that requires wheat. I actually want to check and see what the last thing that Timmy had was. Because this will also change by the day. A slingshot recipe. That would actually be really useful, because slingshots do break as well. So let's go out and get some more stuff. Let's make it our goal today to pay off our debt and just rub it into Tom Nook's face. Any Animal Crossing player knows the pain of being in debt to Tom Nook. And while there are actually many discussions about his character and he has his own backstory explained in other Animal Crossing games, we'll go over that at a later point. Oh, I forgot to sell the seashells. Did I sell all my fish without even realizing it? I selected the wrong thing to sell, didn't I? Whoa, there goes the butterfly fish, and this is what happens when you play and talk at the same time. You end up making really stupid mistakes without realizing it. So, you can also get stuff from trees. You know, sometimes you get nothing. And sometimes you get nothing. Sometimes you get money. Yeah, money can fall out of trees. I have actually heard some theories that state that Tom Nook's the one who puts money in trees because he just wants people to be able to pay off. We'll go into Tom Nook's backstory at a later point. You can get tree branches from here. They're not unlimited, but they will respawn daily, so you will never truly be stuck too much without tree branches. And sometimes you get this. Bees. They can sting you and make your eyes swell up, and it's awful, and I hate it. But you can also catch it, and that is a bug. A unique bug. Yes, yes. Very early on in the game, there's going to be a lot of inventory management, because you have a very small inventory, you only have 0 storage. However, you can, if you have, say you want to store this black bass somewhere, you don't want to keep it in your inventory, just place the item. Ta-da! It's in a fish tank. Yeah, don't ask where the fish tank came from. Usually I find there's about 3 bees in all of your trees randomized per day. And they sell for like 2,000 bells, each bee. Wasp, excuse me. I don't know my, insect species. So, trees with fruit in them will never drop, wasps. That's another important thing to know. And fruit does not grow back immediately the next day. It takes a few days to grow back. So, do be mindful of that if you shake down all your trees. But I believe even when they don't have any fruit in them, fruit trees will still never drop wasps. And there's one more type of thing that can drop from a tree that we will see soon. Once I can find it. Not a tree branch. Okay, so it's probably... you can also get random items from trees. It's probably located in, like, some tree that I can't reach because we cannot go across the river yet, and we can't go up cliff sides yet, unfortunately. Though I didn't have a pond in the starting area. These ponds can spawn fish, and they are similar to river fish, but some fish can only spawn in rivers, some fish can only spawn in ponds. I'm going to put this here for now. The wasp nest can actually be used for a DIY recipe that we can get from a villager randomly pretty early on. I think you're guaranteed to get it early on at some point. So I definitely want to collect some weeds to make our... I think we have enough for the leaf umbrella. Because I definitely want to make that and show it off because I like it. And I do have a short story to tell about that. Both your net and fishing rod will break after so many uses and you'll need to make a new one or buy a new one. So keeping up on tree branches is pretty nice because of that. Later we will have access to more sturdy stuff. And it won't be too long. Here we get a blue bottle. Yes, common blue bottle. And the character will have some little quip with it. So they'll say, oh, I'll put it in a bee jar. Or a bee jar. God dang it. Slingshot. You can only shoot upwards, so you can't shoot people. Align yourself. Be careful because presents can fall into rivers and lakes. And if it does that, they're lost. And your character will even go, have a freaked out expression. This can be a variety of things. In this case, it's a graduation gown. So yeah, you can get clothing, you can get furniture, you can get money, you can get DIY recipes, you can get materials from trees. Or from balloons. I mean, we can get materials from trees. Let's get our net out and let's catch you. Yes, I caught a tiger butterfly. I've earned my stripes. I don't think tiger butterflies sell for a lot, but they are pretty common. Usually the rarer something is, the more they will sell for. Let's grab some seashells. They respawn. Now, I don't know how often they respawn, more than daily. So you don't have to wait a full day to get seashells again, but I don't remember how long it does take for them to respawn. Those little geysers of water you see coming out of the sand, those will have a use just a little later. We can't get them quite yet because we have no way to dig through the sand. Instead, we'll be catching some common blue bottles. Yes, and this comes with the pain of early Animal Crossing New Horizons. You will get a lot of stuff, but nowhere to put it. We'll just swap out this cardboard box and we'll just leave it there. We'll sell some stuff. I got like 4,400 bells, so I'm going to buy some stuff. Definitely want to buy the slingshot recipe. These saplings are if you want to plant more trees. However, do not buy a cedar sapling right now because cedar trees can only grow on higher altitudes and everything is on ground altitude. You can also buy one of whatever your town fruit is. If you want to plant flowers, I usually recommend getting 2 of each type of flower so you can start breeding them, and that's also what the watering can is for. A pansy. I don't remember. I believe there are 3 flower types that are native to your town. My last town had hyacinths and mums. And then you can buy like 1 more. Also, my dog is going off, so say hi to the dog. And I forgot to mention this, but if you get stung by bees, you'll either have to wait a day for the sting to pass and heal, or you can use medicine. That's why I recommend to have a bag of medicine. So, definitely want to learn slingshot. And I recommend getting 5 unique things to give to Tom Nook. We're not going to give it to him today. We'll do it another day. We'll do it tomorrow, first thing tomorrow, though. It would be advantageous to do it today, because that'll progress things along, but I want to break things up, you know? That's common blue bottle, but that will give us some money at least, so... if you just run up to a bug, it will run away from you, and some bugs are more reactive to movement than others, and they'll just fly. And some of them will eventually just fade out of existence if you try to run up to them. There's a fish. Let's get the fish. Here, fishy, fishy. Alright, I think we're in a good position. I dare you. I dare you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And we get a anchovy. The size of a fish does correlate to what type of fish you will be getting, so you can't get an anchovy from like a super big, you can't get like an anchovy from like a super big thing, a super big shadow. So the last thing I want to do today is let's go buy those 2 pieces of equipment I want, and let's go buy a watering can. Hopefully I have enough money for that. I can sell some stuff if I need to. Oh, I didn't mean to hit. I mean, I do... No, I don't have an extra blue bottle. Right, I failed to catch it. What's for sale? So I want this campfire cookware. I want this candle. And I want this flimsy watering can. Oh, and I think we've spent enough bells to reach the first milestone, so that's good. So, we're going to call it here. We didn't quite pay off our debt today, but it's fine. We will definitely pay it off tomorrow. So, I want to leave it with planting our flowers. I'm going to plant them right here. Flowers don't really care about altitude that much, at least I'm pretty sure. What I recommend doing is planting them diagonal from each other. I'm going to actually keep one windflower bag just in case. I'll keep 2. And then, once you plant them, what you want to do is you want to water them. You will know if they are watered if they are dripping drops, and then you can see a little sparkle from them a little later. Also, you can be terrible at watering like me and just completely miss your plant. The flimsy watering can will break pretty fast. So yeah, I think that's really going to call it. I kind of realized that I feel it's only appropriate we also set up. I believe this is more new to this game, actually. But we can place our camping cook fire out here, because I probably don't want to set this up inside, even though fire hazards aren't really a thing in this world. And let's go grab our lonely cardboard box. If you have too much stuff and you want to store it, you can just store it on the ground. It won't go away. It won't, like, disappear the next day. At least I think it doesn't. I've set out bugs and fish for the night because I didn't have any place to store it, and I was able to just have them the next day. And because we can, let's... Oh, my pockets are full. Okay. Well, what we can do is you can move stuff by holding A and then moving them around, essentially pushing them like it's Zelda. I'm gonna walk up here. We're gonna place our cardboard box. And we're gonna place our Switch next to us. Normally I like to have a lamp next to me in bed, but this is also fine. We'll put our radio somewhere over here. It's starting to feel a bit more homey, isn't it? And the best part about the Switch is that... Oh, and you have a free camera indoors. I should also mention that. Now you can hear that sound whenever you want. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Feedback is welcome. I will be asking for your guys' input on stuff in a bit. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.